Hi everybody, Ryan Ballengee back here with you with another product review as we get into the golf season a little bit more. There's always a lot of turnover. I get a lot of questions about this, whether you should get a GPS device or a laser rangefinder, and what are the best choices out there for you. And typically, I kind of wind up in the same situation. I tell people it all kind of depends whether you should have a GPS or a laser device. And I say that depending on how often you play certain golf courses and what kind of golfer you are. If you're a good golfer who plays competitive golf and you need scouting rounds, or you just really need to know exact distances for whatever reason, maybe that's from inside 100 yards, maybe you just like knowing it's 152 instead of assuming it's 155, whatever, then you get a laser. But if you're also someone who plays a lot of golf courses and you play a lot of places where you could be all over the place and you don't have a clear path to shoot your laser to pins or other landmarks, and get a GPS, because you'll have 30,000 courses on your GPS and you can take it wherever you go. It's easy to charge. It fits a little bit more easily if you're a traveling golfer than a laser. You frankly don't have to worry as much about losing it, and it's a little bit more convenient to carry around in a golf bag, or frankly clip it onto your belt or whatever. So with that in mind, we got a new GPS from our friends at Bushnell. Bushnell makes great products regardless. I mean, they make great GPS units. They make great laser rangefinders. Their laser rangefinders are top class. I mean, they're great for competition. You can switch the settings so they're competition legal or not. For the slope reading, the Jolt technology is awesome. It lets you know when you've hit the pin or your intended target. It's extremely accurate. I like the readout. All of those things are great. They also make great GPS units, and they've made a couple of different GPS units over the years, but I've seen variants of this style a lot, and this is the Phantom unit from Bushnell. This is a GPS style unit, available in kind of brighter colors, which is nice. I'm fine with that. I like some bright colors in my life. And this is the exact thing we talked about GPSs. This is a unit with 30,000 courses built in. You turn this thing on, it figures out which golf course you're playing, it tells you which hole you're on, and you roll. That's about as user-friendly as it gets. I mean, if you look at the instruction manual for this thing, that's it. And most of this is like FCC warnings. That's how easy it is to use. They basically say, just turn it on, and you'll figure it out. So this gives you distances, center of the green, front and back, and then it has a mode also down here. You push this button on the side when you start a hole or a shot, and then you walk to your next one, you hit the button again. It'll tell you how far you hit your shot so you can keep track of those things. It'll give you distances to all the important markers you need. And again, it's really small and lightweight. Now, here's a really cool thing about this. I don't think I've really seen this before on a GPS, but the thing I do like is there's a magnet on the back. So it's magnetized, which means you can connect it to your golf cart. So that way you can put it on something and easily pull it off. So you don't have to fumble through your bag for it. And also, if you kind of want to clip it on your pants, like on your belt, you know it's not going to fall off as easily because this is a pretty solid magnetic connection. So this is a nice little kind of feature to it, a little twist on the GPS. Functionally, it's still a GPS. I mean, it still does all the things you need it to do and all the things you expect from a modern GPS. This has a nice little extra feature on it that makes you have to worry a little bit less about carrying it around and makes it a little bit more accessible for you, the golfer. Like most things these days, this unit, this piece of electronics, charges through micro USB, or mini USB, I should say, not micro USB. And so you just flop this thing open, and they give you the attached cord. You can plug that into the wall, into your computer, whatever, however you charge your USB stuff, that's up to you. And then you can cover it up so you don't get dirt in it and ruin it. Bushnell usually thinks of the small details, so having this magnet is a nice new small detail to consider. And if you're looking for something to replace your existing GPS unit, maybe it's gotten old, maybe it's died, maybe you just need to look at something a little bit different, then you might want to look at the Bushnell Phantom and give it a try for yourself. Not really much need to kind of go searching hard for it. I mean, just grab one and go, because it's as simple as turning this thing on and letting it figure out for itself where you're playing golf that day, and then get out and enjoy it. All right, that's going to do it for us here. Head over to Bushnell Golf and check them out when you have a chance. Take a look at the Phantom. And also, if you are a laser rangefinder person, check out their line of laser rangefinders. Laser rangefinders have improved dramatically in the last 2 or 3 years. A lot of things are different about them. And if you have one that's maybe 5 or 6 or 7 years old, it's probably one of my favorite tools in my bag. I like it more than some of my golf clubs. So having the right distance measurement device for your game can help you enjoy the sport a whole lot more, get you around faster, and frankly make places you don't normally play a little bit less mysterious and a little bit more fun. I'm Ryan Ballengee, and we'll see you next time.